to make payments, we have some cash on us all the time, obviously for small payments pays for newspapers or pay for vegetables at a greengrocer or something. We use legal tender notes. One time, centuries ago, this was the dominant kind of money. Before that, gold and silver and so on were dominant kind of money, but nowadays this is what's used in small retail transactions. This is legal tender. We tell our banks to make payments for us. We keep bank deposits there in our banks so that the banks can fulfill these instructions. So we can think about our overall money holdings being split between cash and deposits. There is a ratio between cash and deposits which we like, which we prefer. It changes a bit over time, but it's relatively stable in periods of a few years. The banks in turn must keep some cash at the central bank. That's the only way they can legally ultimately settle transactions between themselves. Cash doesn't pay interest. Banks' loans do pay interest and generate profits for the banks. So banks like to limit the ratio of the cash to total assets. It follows that there is some kind of relationship between the monetary base and the total quantity of money which is dominated by bank deposits. It depends on these two ratios. It depends on the ratio of the general public's holdings of cash to their deposits and on the ratio of banks' vault money and cash reserves of the central bank, those two items together, as a share of total commercial bank deposits. And it's difficult to do quickly like this in front of you without having a blackboard behind me and going into some detail with it. But there is if those two types of behavior, the banks and ourselves, in the management of our cash, management of our deposits, are fairly stable, there is a stable ratio between the monetary base and the total quantity of money, which we could call the money multiplier. And in monetary theory and in banking theory, this concept of the money multiplier has been much discussed and is a focus of a great deal of attention.